Life growing up, it was hard. It was nothing too easy. Living in Boston or Dorchester is a little rough neighborhood. Half of the people I grew up with, they're in trouble with the law or mixed up in some type of gang-related activity. It just, to keep yourself on a straight path, you know, that's what I really was trying to do. When my friend got arrested, I, realized that my life wasn't going too good. I could be the next one. What am I doing with my life? I figured out I had a passion on something I really like doing, art. Drove me to come to school every day on time, drove me to do my work, get extra time if I did my work to be in the art class. It just meant something a lot to me. Therapeutic-wise, a life inspiration, My eyes opened up, when I came down here. Art was a lifesaver for me.
My art teaching career started on the last day that they were hiring 14 years ago at the McKinley South End Academy. And this school is it's a 100% special ed school. It's one of the more difficult populations in Boston and probably in Massachusetts as a whole. And I had brought my portfolio and I thought I was applying to be a paraprofessional, which is like an assistant teacher. And the art teacher had just quit and I had my portfolio. And so that day I was hired as the new art teacher. It wasn't something that I had planned, it just kind of fell in my lap. And now 14 years later, here I am, and couldn't imagine really being anyplace else.
Mr. Harvin, he plays as like a good mentor, like as a figure I look up to, as in like he showed me ways I could make money the right way doing art. He showed me that I could have a career with my life. He had potential in me that other people didn't, and he actually believed that if I kept coming down here, he seen progress out of me and what I was doing.
Luis was young when he first came into this class, and I think was maybe on a different path than he's on now, and so it was about getting him in here and believing that this was something that he could enjoy, and then the art actually started. And so now it's amazing what the work that he's putting out.
He helped me build my skills up as being a man, as carrying responsibilities and understanding the world. How I got involved with the LIFEWTR project, it was Mr. Harvin. He came down to me and he had told me he had a friend, one of his friends, and they was talking about me. I'm showing my art, and he gave a little background about me. His friend has felt that it was a good story, a good inspiration to others, I guess, in the world. So he submitted some of my art pieces, and they got back to him. It was surprising because I never think that they'll actually get back to him. That was just a chance that I'll never have or opportunity. But eventually, my eyes opened. I was like, he told me, yeah, they actually like your art. They want to put it on the ball. I was like, what? It just warmed my heart,
This process started well over a year ago of us submitting work, submitting the story, submitting different work. It might be happening, it might not be happening. And so by the time it actually happened, it was still like, is this happening? So it wasn't really until LIFEWTR showed up with their cameras to shoot the short film for Luis and brought the bottle that you were like, oh, this is real. And then at that point, it was like, this is also amazing.
The art I had painted on that bottle, it means daydreaming is what I do most of the time, I daydream about creating pieces, and most of the time I'm just dreaming about, art. It's just creativity that pops up in my mind. It definitely makes you want to look at the bottle. You have to look at it, you have to read it, so it catches the people's eyes. And that's what I want people to, look at me and catch their eyes, It's that bottle, it's it's me.
Through this LIFEWTR experience, and even before that, we were spending a lot of time together. I mean, Luis had kind of finagled his way into multiple extra hours of art a week. But now with this LIFEWTR, I mean, there's been an addition of these film shoots, and then also, we went to LA together, we're going to New York together.
I gained from the experience the opportunity to travel the world, get to see new things in life. It's a big step in my life. Art has helped my community as in I'm an inspiration to them because they see as like I was a kid that really wasn't successful, you know, really wasn't on the right narrow path, but for him to get his act together, you know, go to school, have a, you know, an art class, have people in here that support you, it was just a good thing that I think all types of kids need. I try to tell people the story about it. Yeah, I'm the artist who did this, and they don't believe me. I gotta pull out my ID and show them that that's my name right there.